All right, we are back again with another convention
recap and
recap.
review.
Yeah, we are going to be talking about our experience down at the HorrorHound down in Indianapolis, which took place just recently, September 6th through the 8th, down at the Indiana Convention Center. And we're just going to go ahead and show you what autographs we picked up, and all sorts of other goodies we picked up.
And fun facts.
Yeah. So, David, what did you get?
I could not resist meeting Elizabeth Berkley for the first time. I knew her better as Jessie Spano when she was on Saved by the Bell. I don't know if she's done any particular horror films.
I can't recall. Maybe.
I mean, some people consider.
Maybe she has.
You
you guys know?
But
comment below.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, let me know if she has. I'm not sure. But I did get one of her from Showgirls because I couldn't resist that. Jordan actually recommended I get this one. I do like this photo very much. That's kind of a signature role for her, so I had to go ahead and pick that up. But then I couldn't leave after thinking about it. I thought, I got to get one of Jessie from the show because I can't leave without getting one of that. So she did right. I'm so excited at the top of it. So I always remember this show from when I was younger, so I couldn't resist getting that. So she was a lot of fun to meet. She did take her photos seated. And I don't think, some people, I know they like for them to stand up and get in front of the curtain and so forth. But she was very friendly, and she was, she was busy but open to talk, and it was great to get to meet her. And I did get one of Shannon Elizabeth because she was not really particularly busy, I think, when we got to her, but she started to get busy.
Well, actually, when we first got there, she wasn't even at her table.
She wasn't at her table.
She hadn't got there yet.
So she was still, they were working on getting her set up, but I did pick this one of her, which she signed. She wrote mostly all over her leg, which was a great part of this photo, but I didn't mind that. And she wrote, "To David, all my love," so I think that's her standard, signature for that. But she did personalize it, so I really like this photo. She's a beauty, so it was great fun to get to meet her. And if you've seen any American Pie fans will remember that. So
oh yeah,
so she was great fun to get to meet.
Yeah, speaking of American Pie, I actually had her sign.
Oh yeah, you got to meet her.
Yeah, I just gotta make sure I grab the right book here. Oh, that's my photo. Since I already have it, I'm gonna go ahead and show you the photo op that I got with Shannon Elizabeth. Just gotta find it here somewhere.
She's really sweet. Really nice to meet her.
Oh, here it is. I went and got a photo op with her right there. There's my photo op of me and Shannon Elizabeth. I really love this picture. She's such a sweetheart, and really hope to see her again at another convention. Really didn't talk to her that much. I just kind of had her, just talked to her for about, a few seconds. And
probably, 20 seconds or so.
Yeah, and so I just had her sign my picture, and that was pretty much it, a hug, and that was just that.
It's fun to get to meet, though. Definitely.
But I'm going to go ahead and show you my autograph I got from her, if I can find it here. Oh, there it is. I went and got a picture of her from American Pie, and she wrote, "To Jordan, more, you bad boy," which I thought was awesome. I had her, that's what I wanted her to sign. She kind of laughed at it and
that's a great one.
Signed it for me, which I really like. I really like this picture of her. Really, really nice. And she wrote Nadia down here at the bottom, and I'm really happy with this one. And also, she was actually, I think, the third person I met there, because when we first got there, the ones that I wanted to meet first were the Scream people. Yeah. So the first one we met was, the first one that I met was Matthew Lillard, and I went and had him sign my Scream poster here. Oh, and also, for those of you that have a lot of mini posters that you have autographed and you don't feel like putting them in frames or whatever, I would recommend getting one of these. It's an 11 by 17 portfolio that I got at Michael's. It was like $25 or whatever. So I don't know, just for future references, if you don't feel like keeping all your stuff in a lot of frames, just go ahead and slap them in this portfolio here.
Very nice.
So I'm gonna go ahead and show you my Scream poster. Where is it? There it is. And first person I went up and met was Matthew Lillard, and he signed right here. He wrote, "To Jordan, live her alone." That was one of my favorite lines from Stu from the very first Scream. I thought it was hilarious that I had him sign that, and right up here is Jamie Kennedy. He wrote Everybody's a Suspect. He wrote his name here. He wrote Randy here. I like when they write their character names. And right here at the very top is David Arquette. He wrote, "To Jordan, when I wear this badge, you treat me like a man of the law." And before I had I've already got Nev Campbell right here. I met her down at Motor City Comic Con, as you've seen from my last video of that I've got. Well, it's not in my last video, but it's a video that I already have uploaded on my channel. Yeah. And Henry Winkler down here, who played Principal Hembry.
Yeah, tell him about when he signed your shirt.
Oh yeah. So.
Yeah.
A few months ago, when I went and met Henry Winkler, he just randomly just grabbed my shirt and signed it. And Matthew Lillard did the same thing. Like, he saw the signature on my shirt. He goes, "No, who signed your shirt?" I go, "Well, Henry Winkler did." He goes, "Well, that's son of a bitch." He just grabbed my shirt and he just slapped his initials right there. And he just put his initials right there on the nose, on the T-shirt right there, and I thought that was really awesome. I didn't know he was going to do that.
That took you by surprise.
Yeah, it took me really by surprise. He just kind of grabbed me by the shirt and grabbed a marker and.
Yeah, that was rich. He just started writing.
Yeah, that was actually really cool of him to do. He was such an awesome dude.
He was great.
Like, he literally stood the whole time at his table. Like, I hardly even saw him sit down or anything like that. He literally stood the whole time and met every person going in line.
He's a hugger too. I mean, the ladies are just.
Oh yeah, he would give you like a freaking bear hug. No matter if you're a guy, girl, whatever.
People got a lot of affection for him and a lot of.
Oh yeah, I can tell he really loves his fans. And
yeah, I mean they really they love him in return. I mean he's just got a lot to. He's very giving.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Very very nice guy.
Very nice guy. Yeah.
Now let's see.
Everybody's looking.
What else? What else did I pick up after that?
What else did you get?
Oh yeah.
More autographs.
Let's see. Was it? Yeah, it was Saw. People from Saw.
The Saw tables.
Well, the first one that I met was Shawnee Smith, because Tobin Bell wasn't there on Friday. He was only there Saturday and Sunday, and meeting Shawnee Smith was actually really cool. She was a really nice lady, and then I met Dina Meyer, who played Detective Carey in the first Saw. She was in Saw 1, 2, and 3. It's funny because originally I was wanting to get Steve Railsback's autograph, because when I found out he was going to be there, I was like, holy crap, the
Steve Railsback
dude from Helter Skelter is going to be there. And we looked everywhere, like we walked around the whole convention center, and we couldn't, or that area in the vendor area, and we just could not find his table.
Yeah.
And so we finally went up to
like, where the heck is he?
Yeah, we went up to the information desk, and we're like, "Where's Steve Railsback's table?" And they're like, "Oh, you guys didn't hear, he had an accident or something. He fell and had an accident, and he couldn't make it this weekend." And I was like, "Shit, damn!" I was so bummed out.
We knew something was wrong when his table wasn't.
Yeah, we knew something was up, because
like, oh man.
Yeah, and so I was like, "Well, damn, I can't get his autograph now." So David hooked me up with Dina Meyer's autograph, which I thought was really nice.
She was nice to me, right? She's a lot of fun.
Yeah. And then Tobin Bell was the last one that I met. This was all on. Well, I met Dina Meyer and Shawnee Smith on a Friday, but I met Tobin Bell, the following day. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you my Saw poster.
Oh yeah.
That's Shawnee Smith. Shawnee Smith signed. Crap. Shawnee Smith signed right down here. She wrote, "To Jordan, he helped me." Shawnee Smith and the Amanda down here, and Dina Myers signed right here, Detective Carey, and right here, the man himself, Tobin Bell, signed right up here, and he wrote, "To Jordan, Tobin Bell, Jigsaw," and I had him write this for me. It's one of my favorite lines from the very first one. "Most people are so ungrateful to be alive," and I also wanted him to write, "But not you, not anymore," but he just went ahead and signed the first part, which is fine. I don't care. He's going to be at Flashback Weekend next August in Chicago, so I'll probably have him write the rest of it on my poster and get an 8x10 of him as well. So, but yeah, there's my autographed Saw poster by Tobin Bell, Dina Myers, and Shawnee Smith.
So that was awesome.
And I'm also going to go ahead and show you my photo op with Tobin Bell. I have it here somewhere. Here in my photo op album. Bear with us.
Bear with us a moment.
Here it is, right here. This is my photo op with Tobin Bell. Totally fucking gnarly. This dude was so really, really, very quiet but really friendly. I know he really enjoyed being there and talking with everybody. And so, autograph and photo op wise, that's really all I picked up when I was there. I mostly came there for the Saw and Scream people.
Yeah. Which the Saw panel was very nice.
Oh, the Saw panel was awesome. Sean Patrick Flannery was a fucking riot.
It's just like stand-up comedy before the show. He was just on.
In the moment where that girl stood up and said, "Would you blow her a kiss?" or whatever, he's like, "I'll come down there and fucking make out with her."
Which he proceeded to do, but not.
Oh
in
my
reality.
gosh! Yeah, it was
he was
crazy.
Pretending to. He had her up against the wall, so he was just acting like this dude. But
yeah, and Agent Strom was there. Scott Patterson, who played Agent Strom, and Saw 4, 5, and 6.
It was nice to hear them talk a little bit about it, and they were.
Oh yeah, how
they were not. I guess like in the beginning stages, they weren't sure what this was going to become, but after it was over, I think they knew they had a hit.
Right. The only thing that bugs me though is when people do these panels, they get asked the same questions.
Yeah.
Well, what's your favorite trap or so forth? Like, God, come on, these guys. I'm pretty sure these guys get these same questions at every con they go to.
They're not terribly inventive when they come up with new questions. But
yeah,
I guess
come up with new questions.
What about the young man with the autism?
I'm not really gonna. No, I really don't want to go into that.
But it was just things like that happen. You feel a little bit of sympathy for the people that have to speak at these things. But they, to their credit, they weathered it really nicely, and they did a good job. I mean, it was engaging all the way through. It was nice to hear Shawnee Smith talk about her character and just hear everybody, it was great to hear Tobin Bell talk. I thought it was really cool
just to hear him talk in person was just awesome.
And he explained a little bit of his character and some of the background into that.
Yeah, I wanted to ask a question, but they just couldn't get to me.
Yeah, we were sandwiched in the back.
We were kind of in the middle towards the back.
But they had a good turnout for that panel, didn't they? I think it was almost.
Oh yeah. Like after I think 5 or 10 minutes after it started, it was only standing room. So what else did you pick?
But I did get a couple more T-shirts, and I wish I could remember the name of this vendor that sells these shirts. But from the literary end of things, I did pick up a Thrilling Mystery magazine shirt, which is really kind of cool because these are old classic pulp covers that you would have seen outside your drugstore back in like 1930s or so forth, and they were the kind of foundational texts of our modern. I would almost argue our modern horror genre. Those are definitely the foundational books and magazines and stories and periodicals that pretty well laid the foundation. But I can't quite remember the name of the seller, but I think it had Strange in the title, but I should have taken a picture of the stand because they had a lot of great T-shirts. I almost bought a Street and Smith cover of The Shadow, but I decided against it.
Yeah, if you happen to have been by that vendor and you know the name, just comment below.
Feel free to comment below because I can't quite remember the name of that seller. I'm sorry to say, because they had a very good selection of shirts, and this Weird Tales cover from the May, probably at least like May 19. It was definitely 1930s, but I don't know if it's later 30s or earlier. But
yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And you do have Lovecraft and Derleth mentioned at the top, and it was just kind of nice to find one that had a Weird Tales cover. It's not the most flamboyant of the Weird Tales magazine covers in general. They sometimes had the naked girl or the precarious situation on the cover, but that was just fun. I had to get those two shirts as soon as I saw those with the pulp magazine covers on the top, so those were fun to discover. I did spend quite a bit of time talking with John Everson, the author, about his recent books and about his situation in the publishing field. I'll talk more about this on my own video, just to recap everything. And I had a review I did of his book called Vigilantes of Love, but I'll talk more about that later. But I did get the chance to speak with him quite a bit at this HorrorHound convention, and he had his stand set up, and he had a nice selection of books out there, and he was talking with people as they would come by, so he was fun to talk to. I got some information out of him. What else did you? You do.
This. I went by Fright Rags. It was literally like right when you walk in the doors. It's right there.
Yeah, it's right there.
So I've seen that they printed out a lot of new different Blair Witch shirts, so I went up and picked out this one here. This was definitely my favorite that they had on sale up there, which is. I really like the design on it and the old school, like the name up here and everything. I just love this art that's on here, so it looks pretty gnarly.
It's pretty neat.
Huge Blair Witch fan. I think it's one of one that doesn't get a whole lot of appreciation these days.
Did you say you didn't get to see the panel when they did that, or did they do it Blair? No, they didn't do it Blair Witch.
No, the last time they had a Blair Witch reunion, they had one down in Texas Frightmare back in 2014.
Oh, that's...
Yeah, with Heather, Mike, and Josh.
We gotta go with Frightmare. I know.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna try.
Hopefully they do another one, because
actually
Heather Donahue was just at Days of the Dead. I think it was Louisville.
Okay.
So it's good to know that she's wanting. Hopefully she's going to start doing more conventions, and hopefully the other two, start doing them too.
Yeah,
I know Mike does.
That'd be fun if they did one, but we will try. We hope to get to Frightmare within the next 2 to 3 years.
Maybe 2.
So hopefully within 2 instead of 3. But I would really like to get to that one too, because I mean Tim Curry did that one last time to me. So I'm hoping. We don't know who's going to be there. I mean, they could have like a really good. We really want to meet Malcolm McDowell too, and get an opportunity to get a photo op.
Yeah, I really want to meet Malcolm McDowell.
I wouldn't mind meeting Linda Blair again. I think she was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and speaking of Linda Blair, I went and got this Exorcist
awesome
T-shirt here from Horror Merch. I freaking love this design on this shirt, because usually a lot of Exorcist shirts that I see, it's just like the poster with just the name on it.
Yeah.
And this one actually glows in the dark too, with all this
Which is
light on here. I'm actually pretty sure it'll glow by the time I'm done doing this video.
And I really like how they used the purple and the black, because that was the original poster colors. It was just pretty much purple and black. So that was unique. It was very unique.
I also went by Fright Rag's stand again, and I went and picked up this Blair Witch pin that they had up there. I have a vest right now that I'm getting patches done, and once I get that out of the shop, I'm gonna go ahead and slap this cool looking pin on there. And
it's pretty neat.
I just like collecting T-shirts.
Yeah, they have some great shirts. This creature shirt got a lot of compliments at the Flashback convention. So
and another thing I'm going to show off here, there was a vendor there who had a wheel where if you put something on a character from Evil Dead and then you spin the wheel, and if it lands on the character that you selected, you get a free T-shirt. But unfortunately for me, it didn't land on my character. But like, here, you just pick a small prize off our little table there, and I went ahead and I picked this up. It's a Camp Crystal Lake pennant. I think this looks pretty cool, though. I'm probably gonna hang this up in my room once I'm done with this video.
I thought that was kind of neat. It was kind of cool to get that. So Friday the 13th, still a classic.
Yeah, but I think meeting the Saw people and the Screamcast was pretty much the only reason why I wanted to go.
Our signings came up a little bit thinner this time, principally because Railsback canceled, and they had, I was going to get a couple things signed by him probably, at least at
It's actually, what happened was, John Russo, who was from Night of the Living Dead, I think, ended up taking his place. I think he was a last-minute replacement.
Yeah. And like I say, John Kitley, who also wrote a book called To Discover the Horror, I think he had a table he had a table at Flashback, but I didn't see him at this one.
Yeah.
And I know he usually turns out for the film festivals, and we'll work with him or watch those and everything. And I know he had a table at Flashback, but I didn't see him at this one.
No.
But he does the Kitley's Crypt if you're interested in horror film information and background. He does a lot of. I know he's on there updating that website constantly, so he's an interesting guy to check out.
Yeah. Well, we pretty much covered everything that we wanted to show you guys. So if you guys were at the show, tell us what you thought. Just comment below
feel free to ask questions.
who all did you guys meet, and that's pretty much it.
Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you later.
Take care.